Welcome back. A live picture of the White House where within the next hour we're going to hear from the president and get more details on his plan for the auto industry. The government, in a sense, will provide automakers short-term aid in exchange for immediate implementation of dramatic changes, including already one big move, the CEO of GM, Rick Wagner, out the door. Well, today questions are still being raised about the president's new plan for Afghanistan. The plan would boost troop levels in Afghanistan to more than 60,000. But our next guest, who just returned from that country, spoke to many in Afghanistan and also experts who question if more troops are the answer. Documentary filmmaker Robert Greenwald was in the country compiling material for his full-length documentary. It's called Rethink Afghanistan. He's with us now. Thanks for joining us, Robert. Over the weekend on Meet the Press, Senator McCain was asked whether he supported the ideas from the Obama administration on Afghanistan, and he said yes. And he said the key is, though, that the people there have to think we are there to stay. What is your observation, having been there recently, regarding the Obama administration's plans?
Well, having just come back, I think it was very clear to me. I talked to many people throughout the time I was there. There's tremendous love for Obama. There's tremendous respect and support for the United States. And there's a significant belief that troops are not the answer. Every time I took a drive through the streets of Kabul, my Afghan friends and colleagues would point out to me, there's a school that was built by India. There's a clinic that was supported by the Canadian government. And I think that's where they want our efforts and energies to go. One of the young men said to me, we want you to drop a bomb on Afghanistan. And I said, what? And he said, yes, an education bomb.
So if there is this love and support for this new president and the troops, then part of the strategy that we're hearing about could be similar to what we saw in Iraq, where you look for the moderates to support the cause. Would that be effective there?
Well, again, remember that many people there believe troops are not the answer. Troops contribute to the problem. You know, the recent Carnegie study that came out pointed out that the resurgence of the Taliban, the most significant factor in that resurgence is the addition of troops, because it gives nationalist organizations something to organize around.
Right.
It gives them a reason for being.
So, Robert, if that is the case, the troops are on the way, what can they expect then, if that is the climate and that is the opinion that you were able to see?
Well, I certainly am not a military expert, and I don't want to pretend that I have all the knowledge in the world, but it's very, very clear that if we took our efforts, our energy, our brilliance, and used it to bring in 17,000 teachers and 17,000 doctors, that would be a game changer. And for somebody elected on a change agenda, I think there are enormous opportunities for change. More military is definitely not going to solve the problem.
But we know that this administration says its objective, obviously, is to go in and make sure that al-Qaeda and other terrorist organizations do not have a safe haven to harm Americans or American interests and allies. With that said, obviously, diplomacy cannot be the only solution.
Well, no, it's not the only solution.
But can't be the only solution.
No, it's not the only solution, but also remember, al-Qaeda is not in Afghanistan. Al-Qaeda is in Pakistan. Right. Al-Qaeda and the Taliban are very, very different entities, and the more we push a military, exclusively or primary military solution, the more we are in fact strengthening the Taliban, which is the ultimate irony of this. But I think that security and jobs and employment, I happened to witness 25 Taliban turning in their guns one day, and I got to interview them, and I said, what do you want? Jobs, taking care of our family. I mean, it's pretty common sense stuff, but right. I think we all get trapped in, as one of my friends in Afghanistan said, shoot first, think later. That's not going to do it.
All right, Robert, his documentary is called Rethink Afghanistan. Thank you very much for joining us.